What if the bones in the catacombs aren't plague victims like the narrative wants us to believe, or the Tartarians like I theorized the other day, because it doesn't make sense that they were plague victims. Who the fuck was crawling down that hole to wait until all the flesh slopped off those bones for millions of skeletons? You know how long it would take to clean that when they were all buried in a pile like that, thrown down a hole unceremoniously? Have you ever been to a river when it's had a bunch of leaves at the bottom? You know how long that takes to decompose? No, imagine if that was bodies. Millions of bodies. Yeah, but what if the Tartarians knew the mud flood was coming, and whatever happened that knocked out all of their systems, that seems to have also taken out the dragons and the giants and all of our old world technology and the ether and shit like that? What if they knew that was coming and they knew the top wasn't safe? Because there's periods of history where humans knew something was coming. Like the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun, they filled it in with silt. There are monoliths, massive stone monoliths down there. It is more aligned to true north, more cardinally aligned to true north than the tallest pyramid in Giza. Sorry, my mind is going like a million miles a minute right now. But it's better aligned, and they knew something was coming, and they filled it with silt to protect it. So what if the Tartarians knew something was coming, so they all went underground? Because apparently there's tunnels everywhere. They went underground. They knew shit was coming, and the bones weren't from them. They were from the people that came to hurt them, that managed to take out all of their shit, but they also managed to take a bunch of them out in the meantime. And that's why they also were able to clean and organize and arrange all of these bones in like ritualistic ways, is because they were living down there with them. That was just their way of life. So as they were down there with them, they were able to take the time and process them and sit with them and do stuff with them. And because they couldn't have access to all of the etheric weapons and not weapons, but like technology on the surface with the domes and the spires and the cymatics and shit like that, they didn't have access to their resonators. So they built all of these ritualistic altars with the bones and used them for fucking piezoelectricity. They were conducting electricity with the bones. 212. Like, I genuinely don't believe any of this is a coincidence, and I can't stop thinking about it. Nobody would have crawled down there to take plague boil covered victims, wait till their skin stripped off, and then do stuff with them. Like, that never made sense to me. What if they knew it was coming? And they were preparing. And that 234. And that was their way of doing something about it. And they're still alive in the tunnels, under the star forts, under the cities, under the ruins, where we can't interact with them because they've closed off a bunch of the tunnels. A bunch of the openings have collapsed. A bunch has been hidden by the delete.